Hi, my name is Elena Valencia, and in this video, I will talk about types of energies and their transformations. Before I start with the topic, I would like to introduce you to some concepts and terms that will help you to understand the topic. The first one is work. What is work? Well, it is referred to the transfer of energy by a force. Basically, work is a change in energy. But what is energy? Energy is defined as the capacity of a system to do work. Therefore, the amount of energy something possesses alludes to its capacity to cause things to happen. And why is it important to study energy? Well, life cannot exist without energy. All living things require energy to do work necessary for survival and reproduction. Humans also create machines that do work for them and that derive energy from fuels. So, energy is everywhere in our lives. It is important to emphasize that energy has some properties. One is the law of conservation of energy. This law states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, but may be changed from one form to another. Throughout this video, I will show and explain you how one type of energy can be transformed in another one. The two most common or basic forms of energy are potential energy and kinetic energy. The first one is a kind of stored energy that objects possess because of their position or configuration. Kinetic energy is the energy in motion. Basically, is the energy possessed by moving objects. It can be waves, electrons, atoms, molecules, substances, and objects. Now, we will discuss the various forms taken by potential and kinetic energy. Let's start with gravitational energy. This is a form of potential energy stored in an object's height. The higher and the heavier the object, the more gravitational energy is stored. Now, chemical energy. This is the energy stored in the bonds between the atoms in compounds. We can find it in food, batteries, biomass, petroleum, coal, and natural gas. Another form of potential energy is nuclear energy. It is the stored potential energy of the nucleus of an atom, the energy that holds the nucleus together. When splitting up the nucleus of an atom or fusing together more than one nucleus, a large amount of energy can be released. Elastic potential energy. This is the energy stored in objects that are stretched or compressed. Moving on with kinetic energy forms. Heat is the result of the movement or the vibration of atoms, molecules, or ions in gases, liquids, or solids. It is also the transfer or flow due to the difference in temperature between two objects. Electromagnetic radiation. This kind of energy can take the form of visible light, for example, light from candle or a light bulb, or invisible waves like microwaves, radio waves, gamma rays, and X-rays. Another form of kinetic energy is sound. Sound is the movement of energy through substances in longitudinal waves. Finally, we have electrical energy. This is the energy of the move of electrons, the negatively charged particles in atoms. For example, during a thunderstorm, lightning is an example of electrical energy. It is the perceptible release of atmospheric electricity. The sound of thunder is the result of the lightning hitting the air and creating a shock wave. Now that you have learned about the different types and forms of energy, we can talk about the examples of energy transformation. Let's look at this first picture. The chemical energy in the muscles of the person becomes gravitational potential energy of the dumbbell. The person has to do more work in order to carry the dumbbell higher, and the higher the anvil is carried, the more gravitational potential energy is stored in the anvil. If the anvil is dropped, that potential energy transforms to kinetic energy as the anvil moves faster and faster towards the air. As it lands, the kinetic energy of the anvil is turned into sound. Now let's see at the second picture. Chemical energy is stored in food. Once food is eaten, it becomes part of the system. The body is supplied of chemical energy. As chemical energy is used by the body, energy is transferred to the environment as work and heat. By burning wood, chemical energy stored in the bonds of the wood molecules is released, generating thermal energy or heat. More examples: a battery generates electrons from chemical reactions, which are used to make electrical energy. A toaster takes electrical energy and converts it to heat. Your leg converts the chemical energy stored in your muscles into kinetic energy when you pedal a bicycle. Many times, multiple conversions are involved. Consider nuclear power generation. Atoms in the nuclear field are split, releasing their nuclear energy and creating thermal energy. This heat energy is in turn captured in the form of steam and used to drive a turbine generator, creating kinetic energy. And finally, this kinetic energy spins a magnetic field around a conductor, causing a current to flow, creating electrical energy. To conclude this video presentation, we can say that energy is around us every day in our lives. Sometimes we are not aware of its presence, but now we know that without energy, life could not be possible. Its types and forms are related to each other. If one of these forms loses energy, another one is gaining. We can now prove with these previous daily life examples that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed.